Hello, and thanks for stopping by the channel today. My name is Sandy, and this is the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. And I am on my way to pick up my mom, and we're going to World Market today. There was a vase that I saw online, and I want to go and get a closer look at it to see if it will work for one of my plants. It's really small, so that's why I really want to see if it could work. I just love the aesthetic of it. It is so pretty. So can't wait to get there, and hopefully they still have it. So that's where we're headed today. Let's go on to World Market. My mom is moving really good today. She is trying to get into World Market. This is a store that she enjoys coming in. And can I just take a moment to shout out my mom? She just celebrated her 90th birthday on Valentine's Day. She is a nonagenarian, 90 years young, and she looks amazing. We celebrated her during her birthday. Actually, she had multiple celebrations. My sister and I took her out for a really nice lunch. Her friends took her out for lunch. She had a little party and all kinds of things. But anyway, we are now into the World Market. I don't have a World Market real close to me anymore. The one that was closer to me moved, well, closest to me moved. So it's a real treat when I can get in here and take a look around. And I like to take my time and really look through everything. They have wall art, they have candles, they have planters, they have really nice stems. So I definitely spend the time in here looking around, and I hope that you will enjoy today's walkthrough. And as I mentioned, I came in here for something specific that I had seen online, so there probably will be a little haul at the end of today's video. World Market doesn't have a large selection of florals, but the ones that they have are typically pretty nice quality and really lifelike. Like this green here kind of looks like an hydrangea, but it's really tall. Not sure what that really is, but it's a beautiful, beautiful color. And I'm not holding the camera upside down. This thing was really hanging to the side, so apologies for that. So I am making my way over here to what I actually came in here for, and that was for planters. That vase there caught my eye. I thought that was really pretty. They have lots of glass vases and things like that to choose from. And here are the planters. Now, the thing that I'm having problems with is I want planters that you can plant in. I don't want a planter just sit another pot in. So that's what I'm kind of having a hard time with. This one's really pretty with that copper color kind of patina there. That's real pretty. I like that, but it doesn't have any drain holes. So, and you know, by the material, you couldn't plant directly in it, but it's super cute. All right, now here is the one that I came in here for. This little thing. Now, I knew the dimensions when I came in here, but I just refused to believe it was as small as what it really is. But I think that is so pretty. You know, I introduced amber and tortoiseshell into my home during the Christmas season, and I'm hanging in there with it for my little pops of color throughout the home. But I think that's cute. All right, World Market, these plants are really, really nice. They are doing it here. Those plants look nice and lifelike and everything, and I love the vases that they have. The jury is still out on the one I came in here for because that thing is tiny. This is a nice time to come into World Market, though, if you're looking for faux plants or stems even. They have a lot of nice ones to choose from. So I'm looking over here now at these vases that I kind of went through really quickly before trying to make my way over to the planters. And then I spotted some magnolia. Now, you know, I love a nice magnolia stem, and these are gorgeous, but I just didn't need any more, so I did put that back. But they were pricey, too, at $14.99 per stem. Now, you may be saying, girl, you spent more than that for a stem. I know, but I didn't need it, so $14.99 was a bit much. So now I'm over here looking at the Easter items that they have out. Of course, they have a lot of different table decor type things. They have candy and all types of things. Like if you're creating an Easter basket, this would be a great place to come. They have all types of things to choose from that would be really nice in an Easter basket. And I need to quickly get away from this candy and stuff, because if I see a Dubai chocolate Easter egg or a bunny, it's on and popping. Let's find something safe to do. We're going to come over here and look at the furniture. I love their furniture in here. They have such nice looking pieces. Like, look at that chair there with the wooden arms on it. That is so nice. I really, really like some of the pieces that they're starting to get into World Market. About a year, 2 years ago or whatever, World Market just really started to get in some very, very nice looking pieces. Something has caught my eye, so let me get a closer look there. That wooden bowl there, I love that. That is a nice looking piece and just my style. You know, I like a nice organic piece mixed in with my modern decor style in my home. Truth be told, I'm really very eclectic. I always say modern, but I need to really embrace the fact that I am an eclectic home decorator because I have little different things going on in different rooms in my home. But I like to introduce a little bit of wood into all of the spaces. So, yeah, there's that. These are nice little bowls here too. I always look for bowls that are nice little catch-alls, like for an entryway table to put your keys in, to, just set little trinket type items, or even at your bedside table or nightstand or whatever, when you take off your earrings at night or whatever, just to kind of corral that kind of stuff. But anyway, we're looking around here at all of the furniture to make sure we don't miss anything. And now I spotted this little table here. And I wanted to get a closer look at it because, I've been talking about needing an end table. And this is about the size that I want. That's been a problem that I've been having, is the tops of them have been so small. They're more like drink tables. But this one is a good size. It's $199. I wasn't crazy about it once I got closer to it, but that's the exact size that I want. And you see that they have a smaller version of it, which is more like a drink table next to it. It's $169. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what they have here. One of these days, I'm going to happen upon that perfect table, but today is not the day. I love the way they have that sofa decorated. Those pillows are really nice. That's a nice color combination, everything. I love it. I love shopping for inspiration because you see things put together that you wouldn't have thought of, that you might try in your own home, or it may trigger a thought of something that you can try in your home with your own color scheme or whatever. I just love shopping for inspiration. So I always come over to the lamp section when I come into World Market because they have some really, really unique lamps, and I love that. These caught my eye because they're kind of in that amber color, but they're a little bit too orange. And that's the other thing. I'm having a hard time really finding things that are truly amber and not more in that orange family. But anyway, I'm looking now at this mirror because this is also a very nice tall mirror here. I'm trying not to get myself in it, but it's a nice mirror. World Market also always has a lot of nice pillows and things like that, and they have a sale today on the pillows. Fortunately, nothing caught my eye because I didn't need any pillows at all, but they did have a little clearance section here with some pillows. So now I'm coming back over here to look at more of their lamps because I love looking at their lamps, and another one has caught my eye. Well, I should say several of them have caught my eye, but look at this one here. This gold with these globes on. I think that's so pretty. Turns out these are blown glass orbs. They are gorgeous. I really like that. Now, I don't need a table lamp at all. I really don't, but that is really a nice piece. I like that. Unique lamps, they don't have a shortage of. Look at these here with the hand holding the globe there. Those are nice. This big green one here, I love that look. That looks very mid-century mod. I love it. The only thing about their lamps is they tend to come without shades a lot of times, so you have to purchase those separate. So you do have to factor that into the price if you purchase one that needs a lampshade. But they also don't have a shortage of unique lampshades. Like, look at this one. That's very different. I spotted a black lampshade that's actually made of metal, and it kind of is like a mesh look to it. So I'm going to get a closer look at it down there. And it's on sale for $19.99. I left it because I wasn't quite sure about that mesh look to it, but it was very different. Nice little drum lampshade. So now we're over here at the placemats, and they always have these nice little beaded placemats. They had some really pretty ones during the Christmas holiday. And now they have some that are spring, and they're very pretty, very pretty. They're $54 for these, so a little bit of a price hit. But, I guess they would last for a very long time, and you take good care of it and bring it out every spring. And you could use them throughout the summer as well. But they have some really nice ones, some very different ones to choose from. It is definitely not too early to start thinking about getting your outdoor spaces together. So I see some lanterns over there I'm going to get a closer look at. But first, I wanted to check out this table. This is gorgeous. I love that. I love the chairs. I love that the chairs didn't all match. And I love the legs on the table as well. Such pretty things to look at. And when I tell you my eyes were darting all over the place between looking at the things in the store and trying to keep an eye on my mom, who was wandering around as well. It was quite a day. So now I'm over here in the wine section because I can feel like today is going to be a glass of wine type of evening. So I had to pick up a bottle of Chardonnay here, and I also came over to the food section to pick up my Garrett's popcorn. I love Garrett's popcorn. If you're from the Midwest, Chicago specifically, you already know. So whenever I get a chance, I come in here. Now, I'm looking for the Chicago mix, and I don't see it on the shelf, and I'm starting to panic. But I did look up, and I saw a box that was unopened, and I had the girl come over and help me get it down so that I could get my Garrett's popcorn. And once the goods were secured, I could come back over here and take a look at those lanterns that I mentioned earlier. This is something else that I'm probably not going to invest in this year because I did last year. I bought a couple new lanterns. I love to have a bunch of lanterns out on my deck where I have some solar lights in them or candles in them that I can enjoy at night. I love to see my deck just kind of come to life at nighttime. This one is really nice. I really like that. It just looks like, it kind of looks like stone, which is probably what caught my eye. But it's got a little bulb in there and it is solar powered or whatever. But that's really nice. I love, like I said, to have the light. I live in the country and at night the critters start to roam. And if I'm sitting outside at night, I want to see them before they see me. All right, so we have left World Market and stopped into Lowe's. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I bought the planter, but it's not going to work for any plants that I already have. So I had to come to Lowe's to try to see if I could find another plant to go into the little amber planter that I bought. Now, you know, these big ones I was not going to do. This is a 6-inch pot. That's all it is. So I just need something really small, something that doesn't grow really big. And I want something that will grow in low light because I'm thinking about putting it in my bedroom. And yeah, so I'm in here looking, and I was looking at the regular plants and I saw that the prices of the plants, OMG, they have gone up. So I had to come over here to the clearance plants because a lot of times they have these plants that I say they're in the hospital and they just need somebody to rescue them. So I always come over here because you can get them at a fraction of the cost. If they're not too bad, you just bring them home. And most times they just need a little bit of TLC and they come right on back. So if you have anywhere near a green thumb, don't be afraid of the clearance section. They can look real, real sick and, close to, being on their last leg. But sometimes all they need is a little care. Now, you do have to make sure when you're checking them out that they don't have any little pests in them or whatever. So I do that. But yeah, these plants have really gone up. I haven't bought any live plants in a while, so I didn't realize the price of them had gone up as much as they have. But they are beautiful. Lowe's used to not have really nice plants, but they have really, really improved in that area. They have some beautiful plants. Any kind of plant that you want, exotic plants, that type of thing. I'm thinking I want a snake plant for this pot planter that I have, and I did not see any of those over on the clearance aisle. So I'm back over here looking again to see if I can find something that's priced decently. But if you need house plants or want new house plants, they have some really, really nice ones. Highly recommend coming in here. Just be sure to be ready to pay a little bit more for them than we've paid in the past, but we're kind of used to that now. Anywhere you go, everything has gone up. Everything. It's ridiculous. So I bought this planter, so I have got to find something. This is a nice one. It doesn't have a price on it, so I have no idea what that one costs. But most of these are running like $14 and things like that for these little bitty plants. I'm like, are you crazy? And I don't know anybody that I could propagate a plant from. Actually, I have a snake plant, but I'm afraid to propagate it. I'm just afraid. It's doing well, and I just want to leave it alone. I just want to get another small plant and just go from there. I have not had luck with replanting plants and things like that. So I'm looking here at these bonsais. I do like the looks of those, but I don't have any experience with them. And it looks like they need high light, and my bedroom is not going to get high light. It's going to get filter light at best. All right, I'm just going to have to make a decision and keep it moving because I want to get home and get this plant planted. So here we are at home, and there's the little planter here. This is the one that I chose. It is a snake plant, which is exactly what I envisioned for here. So I'm first putting the pot that it came with inside of here just to kind of see how it will look. Now, the thing that attracted me to this planter, in addition to the fact that it was amber in color, it also has a drain hole in it, and I also love the fact that it was clear because I'm a geek like that. And I thought it would be interesting to see a plant and be able to just see the roots and how they grow in there, because that's just interesting to me. But I digress. So I've got it all planted here, and I'm going to put it here in my bedroom. Now, I'm going to see how this plant does. I've tried plants in my bedroom before. The light that I get in here is really weird. So high light plants, or plants that thrive in high light, they don't do well here. So we're going to see how this does. Snake plants don't tend to like or need high light or bright light. So we'll see if it survives. All right, so the planter was not the only thing that I bought at World Market. There were some stems that I could not leave. Now, I left those magnolia stems because they were $14.99, and I really didn't need any more. But I spotted these, and I love these. I have been looking for these for several years. I've seen them on YouTube, and people would say, I got them from World Market. Well, when I would go to World Market, I would never see them. But today was my lucky day. So I picked these up, and I did pick up 4 stems. They're very, very wiry and very lifelike. And you see the stems on these, very, very nice. Love them. I got to get them detangled because when they were in the box, in the bag, they got all tangled up. So we're going to go ahead and get them detangled and get them styled in a vase. Now, I don't know where they're going to go. I didn't need them, but we're going to find a place for them to go right now. I really love these stems, and there's a couple different places that I could put them, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put them in the living room to start and move these olives over to the kitchen area. I've got plenty of vases that I can move these to, so I'm going to take these out of here and then try these new stems in here. I don't ever cut my stems because I may want to use them in a taller vase at another time, and I just don't want to go through that. So I try to wedge them into whatever type of vessel that I'm using, and sometimes it creates problems because they get stuck down in there and I have a hard time getting them out. But I'd rather do that than cut them and limit my ability to use them in different places in the future. But I am loving this. I love a wild looking stem or whatever. And these just scream spring to me because, this is the time that the leaves are just barely starting to turn green. And I think they look so pretty. All right, so I've got them here for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them there, but we'll see what happens there. But anyway, I wanted to come back on and end the video because I know it's been a long one. I hope that you enjoyed today's video where we went out and we did some things today. So I hope that you enjoyed the walkthroughs of both Lowe's and World Market. And if you did enjoy today's video, please don't leave without hitting that thumbs up button. Also hit that subscribe button and post notification bell. That way we can stay connected. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.
I can never repay you for all you are and all you've done for me. I couldn't thank you enough. My word.